building, and this week I've brought my team to a place literally filled with paranormal activity. Welcome to Most Haunted and Newton House.
This is Newton House, dating from the 1600s and overlooked by the ruins of the 9th century castle. Fought over since time immemorial, it was in and out of the hands of the Rees family as successive generations found and lost favour with each prevailing monarch. Many people claim the land is cursed and that this has blighted the house, which is said to be one of the National Trust's most haunted sites. Its most famous ghost, a lady in white, is claimed as Lady Cavendish, who it is said was murdered by strangulation, with her murderer supposedly hanged from the stairs, found guilty for his heinous crime. Many have felt the sensation of choking whilst in the house, but she is not alone. Visitors allege that they have seen and heard the ghosts of children. No proper investigation has been conducted here, and we have been allowed unfettered access. With such a long and diverse history, it was crying out for Most Haunted to visit.
In its day, this area would have been a hub of activity. Hundreds of years on, and it still is active, but with a different type of occupant. The ghost of a young boy is seen down here, running and playing all around the basement area. He's not alone, as the spectre of a man with a dog is also seen here. This imposing figure is said to have a stern demeanour and not like people in his space. A poltergeist has also made its home here and likes to move things around the room in the dead of night. When walking on this staircase, many people report their throats getting constricted, as if they're being strangled, and feel as though a noose has been secured around their necks. Some believe that it's caused by the ghost of a hanged servant. As well as being pushed up the stairs by unseen hands, many visitors witness the sound of children running up and down these steps. But the most alarming phantom that haunts these stairs is that of an old, haggard woman seen sitting in the top corner of the staircase, dressed in black, with a menacing presence. This is the second floor and a place that members of staff fear to go. People feel a sense of evil or dread. This is taken so seriously that the public are banned from coming here. A children's nanny is often spotted in this area wearing Victorian clothes, still caring for her long dead charges. A man was found hanging here, but no one knows why or how. His lifeless shape is still seen swinging from a ghostly rope. It was on this level that Lady Cavendish was strangled and hanged, and many who have dared enter this place have left screaming from what they have seen. Others have left feeling overwhelmingly sick. Her ghost is said to haunt this area, along with the dark spirit of her murderer.
I knew historian Leslie Smith would relish the opportunity to research the past of this truly great example of early Welsh architecture and the strange stories connected with it.
The house itself is from about the 1600s, but the site is much more interesting, of course. This is the site of two great Roman forts, and then onwards the Welsh of course held the area, as it is theirs, until finally the battles between the English and the Welsh grew so great that the English moved here en masse and called it Newton, as in new town. The property has a strange quality about it because so many parts of it have been added to and fiddled with, as is the case as a family grows both in power and wealth. It's a lovely house, but as the night draws in, some of the staff in this property will not go in certain areas.
Though set in beautiful countryside, the house's isolation and reputation for tragedy obviously adds to its air of mystery, and I wondered what parapsychologist Dr. Kieran O'Keefe was thinking this might mean for the coming investigation.
We've been to many places like Newton House in the past, but what makes this different for you and challenging?
I think part of it is reputation within National Trust properties as a whole. I think it's kind of in the top 5 maybe in terms of being haunted. But in addition to that, reputation in terms of the nature of the experiences that people have had. They're very intense, even to the point where a section of the property has been cut off and the public aren't allowed to go in because of the intensity of those experiences.
This house seems to have had a lot of tragedy. And it seems to me, the classic horror story, the haunted house where everything's gone horribly wrong in the past. Do you think certain buildings attract certain things to happen in a negative way?
Yeah, I think that's entirely possible. A house is so negative that it attracts negative phenomena, but also attracts negative events, and negative things just happen to people.
But why? Why do certain houses like this one, Newton House, attract so many horrible things to happen to it?
For this particular house, let's think like a psychologist. You know, the family that would have lived here are very isolated, almost like the Shining type mentality. You're isolated in a location, there's not much to do, you don't see a lot of people, you don't interact with a lot of people. Maybe that can, you know, result almost in psychosis, perhaps. We keep on talking about the negative side of the house and how much tragedy. The experiences that people have had here are very much focused on the neck.
Yes.
You talk about the hanging, but people have had experiences where they feel choking, vomit, they feel strangulation. So I'm going to be very carefully watching every member of the team, but in addition to that, watching EMF levels, because if there's extremely high EMF levels, that is the only natural explanation I can think of that might cause that sensation around the neck.
Well, let's hope we get a lot of phenomena tonight. Keep my fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Medium and psychic artist Brian Shepherd spent some time alone, quietly sketching the likeness of a woman that he felt haunted the location. Could this be Lady Cavendish? And would her spirit join the Most Haunted team as we take our first steps into the isolated grandeur of Newton House?
But you know...
Oh, blimey! Something
It was
touched you.
hanged
Did you not hear that? That was right here.
right between us.
Listen, listen, listen. Did you hear that?
The Most Haunted team are in Wales, miles from any town or village, to investigate the tragic history of Newton House, set in miles of beautiful but lonely parkland. We start our customary first look in daylight, hoping to make some sense of the many rooms, stairs and passageways. Optimistic of acquainting ourselves with some of the spirits said to haunt this incredible place prior to the hours of darkness enveloping our perceptions. What shocks and horrors await us?
But yeah, when I walked down there, so someone had run out of this room through the open door there.
Yeah.
Just that, just like
Who did you
startled
see?
and run out.
Just
Just a small person, like a child.
Okay.
Suddenly looked up and ran
And
straight through the
through?
doorway.
Should we see if we can follow the child?
All right,
Yep.
let's do
Yep.
that. Okay. I think what we're looking at here is a youngster who died through having some illness, okay? But because he came down here a lot, presumably to play, that's what I feel.
Any name with this boy?
Georgie, something like that. That's what's most immediate, put it that way, Georgie.
Okay.
Like a
And what time period would he have come from?
1840, something like that. I
1840. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to a different
All right,
part of the
yeah,
house,
yeah,
yeah?
we can do that.
Brilliant. This way.
Following Brian's sensing of a young boy, Georgie, our initial exploration moves to the first floor stairwell.
There is a feeling of, general feeling, I get a feeling of children, of children who have died here, whether in this house or on this property, you know, on these grounds. And I can't put my finger on why, but we're not talking about just, say, one child, as I suggested just now, that...
Did you feel that?
I know you felt it, but I swayed a bit as well.
Did you hear that?
I heard a knock.
Right.
Yeah.
You said you felt it, like
Right,
it was
right underneath
beneath you.
my feet.
Yeah. Child, as I suggested just now, that...
Did you feel that?
I know you felt it, but I swayed a bit as well.
Did you hear that?
I heard a knock.
Right.
Yeah.
You said you felt it, like
Right,
it was
right underneath
beneath you.
my feet.
Yeah.
If there are any spirit people here, any astral beings, any spirit children, please can you make a loud knock?
I have a feeling that we have at least the spirits of two small children. Some on the stairs.
Boy, girl,
I believe one of each. I believe there's a boy and a girl.
let's walk up the stairs.
Okay.
The presence of children seems very strong, so we ascend to the top of the house, to what the staff refer to as the creepy corridor, closed to the public and location of what was once the nursery. It was here that Brian sensed and drew the figure of a woman.
I feel something towards this side of the building. Children, yes, but also a carer, either a mother or a nanny figure, you know.
What's the matter, Leslie?
Sorry, Carl and I just saw this. As you were speaking, there's one of those long life light bulbs up here.
Right.
And as you spoke about children, it went boom, boom, went out and went on again. And then it was still. And then you spoke about children again, and it went again. And now it's gone out completely.
Yes.
And all the other lights along the corridor have gone too.
Really?
That
All
way.
right.
Can we just try to see if it's a
Might be just a
sensor
fault.
or...
Just a fluke. Might be a fluke.
What can you verify, really? That
Immediately I can verify, you know, where we were in the basement area where the
Yeah.
butler was and the servants were. Yes, a child has been seen in Georgian costume, and we're right on the cusp
Yes,
of that,
yeah.
with Victoria coming to the train
Right.
in 37. So that's absolutely right. A boy, about the right age,
Right.
and he's also seen on these stairs coming up here. So that's absolutely right as well.
Do we know anything about the name, though? You mentioned Georgie.
Haven't got that.
I got that as that came through to me, Georgie, you know, someone would sort of call him that, but
George is a very common name in the
Yeah,
Georgian period,
well,
named after the king,
Yes,
so it could
yeah.
well be. No, but, sorry. Anything to report?
No, it's not. There isn't a sensor, and there isn't a sensor as you walk through, the sort of thing where if nobody moves, the lights
Yeah.
go off. It's not that, and I've tried all the switches. It's almost as though they've blown.
If there are any spirit people in this house, any children, come towards us now. Listen to that banging.
What is that?
That's dull thudding.
it sounds to me almost like bare feet on like we're standing on
Yeah.
carpet.
Yes, that's a good description.
That thud.
Yes, yeah.
soft. No, I just picked up that chattering together, that playfulness together.
Brother
on
and
the
sister,
stairs.
or separate?
Separate, I think. Separate.
And this is where they were looked after children, you know,
I
up
see.
here. That's bang on.
Were you brother and sister? Are you here? If I make a noise with my voice, can you copy me? I bet you can't. Bet you can't. If I go, can you... Hello? Brilliant. Can you do it again? If I go, can you... Hello? Brilliant. Can you do it again? If I go, can you... Hello? If I go, can you... Hello?
Oh my gosh. Here's a lot different. A lot different. This is something... This is someone in distress, or has been in distress. Tragedy. Two people, man, woman. He's... strangled, hands around her neck. This is totally different.
So he murdered her.
Can we move on
Yeah, of
a
course.
bit more?
When was
It's
this?
becoming stronger. It's getting stronger all the time.
Yeah. Is this in the same time period?
No, it's not. As I say, I think it's probably earlier. We're almost walking back in time as well as walking in a different direction. It's like probably 17 something, 17.
Right.
An affair gone wrong. She doesn't want anything to do with him anymore, which induced him to attack her. Strangling her.
Where did he do it? Which part of the house?
I believe he did it here.
In this room? Oh, tapping. 2 taps.
Nobody else has seen it. I think Leslie heard it as well, the creaking in the corridor.
Yes, what is that? I thought somebody was out there.
Yeah. So did
So
I.
we were all together.
Really?
Nobody out there.
That's weird. I heard that.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Something very, very strange. There's a lot of activity up and down this corridor, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yes.
And a coldness, as I say, a distress. Striking out, strangling her. She died here.
Give us a name, Brian, if you can, or an initial.
Ellen, L-E-L-E.
Oh,
Her
tapping,
name.
tapping.
Tapping. Yes, am I right? Eleanor, yeah.
Eleanor, please, can you just knock out how many spirits are in this house? Seven.
The man responsible for this death. Is it Henry? No. I'm not sure. Henry, maybe.
Eleanor,
Yes.
was your murderer called Henry? Yes. 2 for yes. And is this right, Leslie? Does this...
Yeah.
Are the names right?
Eleanor's absolutely right. We have got the strangulation following a row. We have got a tragedy involving the man's death. I wonder if, Brian, you can give us any sense of his death. Go on.
There's a revenge here somewhere.
Yes.
He was... Once again, the tightness of the neck. He was hanged.
That's right.
He was hanged.
But
by
you
the
know...
neck.
Oh, blimey!
Somebody
He was
touched you.
hanged.
Did you not hear that? That was right here.
Right between us. He was hanged.
But
by
you
the
know...
neck.
Oh, blimey!
Somebody
He was
touched you.
hanged.
Did you not hear that? That was right here.
Right between us.
I was so... And it was like... Because we're talking about it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Do you know the date when he was hanged?
I mentioned a date just now, early 1700s.
Okay.
The notes I've got are 1720.
Right,
The
okay.
date's right, but her death...
Then her death must have been, if you like,
I think, yeah, that's actually where
it
it's
was
supposed to be.
definitely this side of the building. This is the straight, this side of the building.
Should we move back down, move through the corridor?
The amount of activity we had already experienced persuades us to depart from our usual wait until the hours of darkness, and we opt to hold a séance, whilst the daylight is still with us, in the bedroom where Eleanor met her untimely end at the hands of a strangler. Around the table, Brian, Leslie, Kath, Stuart, Carl and myself, watched by ever-vigilant Dr. Kieran O'Keefe. Would the murderer manifest himself?
Yeah, it's getting colder and there's creaking and banging. It's not us.
If there are any astral beings that are watching us now, and I know that you're here and I know that you are watching us, come towards us now. Oh, you're all right, Brian. You okay?
You're all right,
Brian,
Hello?
you all right?
Okay, go out.
You all right?
Pressure pulse off my neck.
You all right?
Like someone's grasped my neck, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Is it a man who did that or a woman to you?
Well, although I didn't, I'm not aware I have a visual, but it felt like a man.
Is he still here?
His presence is around us. Sorry, let's try.
Oh, sorry, all right. Come on. If there is a murderer here, If there is a murderer here. Oh,
Table's going.
Table's going.
I feel as though we're being watched.
Yeah.
Why don't we shut the blinds and go to night vision?
Following Carl's suggestion, we block out the light, switch to night vision, and continue our frightening séance.
Approach us. Make yourself known to us.
Just get him calm. It's okay. Don't have anything.
Okay.
You're right, Brian. Brian?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Come closer to us. I know you're with us now.
The table's shaking.
Something's... Do you want to die as well? A voice in my head. Do you want to die as well?
Really?
Get out of here.
Oh,
Do you
really?
want to die as well?
I've never had that before. You're right, Leslie. It's not nice though, is it? This?
Do you want to?
You know when you hear this.
Dark hair.
Dark looking hair.
Dark hair.
Dark
Dark
hair.
hair. Yeah, dark hair.
What's his name? Is he not telling you his name?
No.
You're a coward, aren't you? You won't even tell us your name.
Table's open.
Yes, it is. Ooh, feel that.
Something approaches us.
Come on.
Something approaches us from the corner of the room.
What's it called?
Behind her. Gazing down on us.
With this man? Yes, it has been cold. It's really cold. It's really dramatic. Oh, blowing on the hand, right?
Very near Kath.
Oh, she's going to go. Do something else.
In cold breezes overnight.
Yeah.
I'm getting it through here. It's down my arm. It's moving. It's moving. Oh, dear.
Now, who is it now? Murdered an innocent girl, did you? Put your hands round her throat and throttled her to death. Well, you need to go. You need to leave this place. Right then, shall we split up? Let's give this piece of shit some action.
Brian's apparent contact with this violent spirit and the dire warnings it has passed on through him leave us in understandable terror for our safety. What other horrors might we encounter in the following hours of our vigils?
I felt someone to be in this room.
Come on, show yourself to us if you can.
The Most Haunted team are in Wales, investigating Newton House, already living up to its reputation of being one of the National Trust's most haunted locations. We have experienced all kinds of unsettling occurrences. Kieran, Leslie and Brian join me on the ground floor, where the eerie music from the gramophone adds to the strangeness of our surroundings.
Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything.
So creepy.
It is.
The music's
It's
horrid.
really bizarre.
It also feels like you've happened in on a party that's just ended, doesn't it? And people, ghosts have just let the
Yeah,
room.
they just left.
Let's go in this next room.
Okay.
Anything in here? Anybody following us, Brian?
No, it's funny you just say that, because as we walked through that doorway there,
I felt someone to be in this room. And as we walked in, they were startled.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See a man. Tweedy sort of suit.
Can you see a pentagram in the room?
Hang on. Let's see.
Oh, he looks a bit
There.
creepy. Well, him?
He's handsome. And all the ghosts in this house are as handsome. Look at that. It's rather an odd picture. It's almost as if it's smiling, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's go upstairs.
We return to the scene of our séance, as I'm convinced that this is the most active area within the house, and I'm certain will provide us with further evidence of paranormal happenings.
Is there anybody here? Are you here? Is that you, Brian?
Pardon? No, no.
Did you hear?
Whispering or mumbling or...
No.
Yeah, it was a croak. It was like a... Are you here? The murderer. You alright, Brian? Brian? You alright? Brian? It's alright, sweetheart. You alright? Well, come back, Brian.
Okay.
Brian would seem to have had another uncomfortable encounter within the oppressive atmosphere of Eleanor's bedroom. Not one to be browbeaten by unseen entities, he asked Carl and Stuart to join him back upstairs in the bedroom where she met her death in an attempt to bring her murderer to the light.
Don't like the atmosphere up here, especially after what happened to George.
Well, we've all experienced things up here, haven't we? Earlier on.
In that way,
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we're getting near to the bedroom we were in previously.
God, the
I don't
atmosphere.
like this at all, do you?
No, it's not good.
It's oppressive. Well, it is, it's oppressive.
Actually, I've got a shortage of breath now. Whether that's actually walking up them stairs or not, I don't know.
No, I was fine at the top of the stairs, it's just walking down to here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go into that
So,
room?
yeah.
It's pitch black, isn't it?
Yeah, watch your step, guys. There's a carpet near you there and some chairs and a table.
Now, how's everyone kind of... Well, we're in the room now. How's everyone feeling about that?
I'm not comfortable here at all. Do you know it's worse? I know we did seance earlier in the daytime.
Done seance, yeah.
Didn't bother me as much then. Now, I was freezing cold at there. I'm boiling hot in here.
Yeah, I feel pretty tense about the room now, quite honestly.
Pitch black.
Okay.
Can't see a thing. If I shine the
Actually,
on there, you can see them where you're going.
Yeah. Here, look.
You see it, Brian?
Can move the chairs.
come on, if you're here, infect one of us.
If the presence we experienced earlier on is here now, come out and show yourself. Okay, something with us in the room. Most definitely something with us in the room.
Show yourself to us. Do something
Be
else.
careful, because this is a very, very angry force.
What are you looking at, Brian?
Well, we just over by, hang on, what is it, an open door?
There's a door there, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
What the was that the door?
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm here.
Was that the door? Shit, I can't see anything.
Okay.
Brian, where are you?
Over here.
Right, okay.
Fly around now.
Carl?
So forcing this
I'm in.
through,
Don't worry, I'm in. I'm done.
Right, okay.
That scared the shit out of me.
Let me just zoom in a second.
Telling us to get the out of here.
No. That's moving over there.
Right.
You got the camera on it?
I've got the camera over in the corner there now.
Careful, there's something with us in the room, over in that corner.
Let me go over there.
Let me go around there now and just have a look with the camera, Carl. Right, I'll use the flare off the camera so you can see.
There's camera. There's hell.
With that chair.
There's chairs on the floor.
There's shit everywhere.
Is you not? Oh, it's cold as
Watch where you're going there, Carl. You don't trip up.
I've got it.
You got it?
It's cold.
The temperature has dropped a lot.
You want to come into this corner?
I can feel it here, Carl. I can honestly feel the temperature dropped here.
So that cut. Let's go to the room. There was something in There's something standing in that corner then, I'm sorry.
Right, okay, calm down, okay.
What the f*** was that?
Right.
Yourself. Come on, show yourself to us if you can.
Oh, I'm going. Right, okay.
Shoot us a face!
Where?
Behind you!
Where?
There! Look!
You didn't see it?
I didn't see it, I'm sorry, Brian, I'm not picking it up on camera, sorry, mate, I'm sorry.
In the bloody doorway.
Okay, let's go back into that room then.
Right in the
So you saw a face, Brian?
A face looking from here, this room, into where we were.
Right, okay. Okay, well, I didn't see it on camera.
Pretty sure that we shouldn't just...
Is it in, Brian? Are you alright, Brian? Yeah. Oh, Brian,
Right, come on, right.
Brian, just get him out of the room. Get him out of the room. Get Brian.
You've got Brian, I'll get the door, Cal.
Oh, let's get Brian.
My heart is just jumping out of my chest right now.
What was that?
I don't know. Well, to be honest, I don't really want to go back in and find out, though. That's the wrong thing to say, because we're here to find out if there is anything happening.
Drop the torch in here.
Just hold on a sec, Brian. I'm just going to shine this for Cal. Just stay where you are, mate. Don't.
Just on the floor.
Just stay there, Brian, mate. Stay where you are. I've got it. It's up. I'm turning the handle, Cal. I'm opening the door. You're not. I've got the camera on the handle. I'm opening the door.
Get away, spirit, from the door! Move it now.
I'm opening it. Brian's got his hand on the handle. Open the door now.
Move away from the door.
Cal. Get hold of Brian.
You go. Right.
Get Brian.
Oh, Slat, did you slam the door behind you?
I'm up.
I just let go of the door as I walked out with the torch.
How often have we experienced that?
I don't know. What was you seeing in there before, Brian, once one of his
Just a huge black mass came from that corner, you know, with cars standing over by in the corner where the carpet was rolled up.
I'm sweating, I feel sick.
That's not, I'll tell you, it's not for me.
Yeah, let's get back to the green room now for a...
Carl! Over there, no, behind you, there, at the end.
I'm sure Nick. What the hell? Did you see that, Brian? The flicker.
Whoa!
What?
Holy
What?
We've got to wind this shit back, Carl.
Why?
Something... Oh!
What?
You're not seeing it at the moment. Something, it was like smoke, came... No, seriously.
Yeah.
Something like smoke came right away across the screen.
It's coming toward us.
Carl, you was right in what you said. Where, Brian?
Where? It's coming toward us.
Seriously. I've never seen anything that clear in my life.
Well, let's have a look at that.
Right.
Has he gone back in that room?
I get up in the morning, look in the mirror, that's clear. Yeah. Well, that's foggy compared to what I've just seen, and I'll show you when we get back to the room, Carl.
As our investigation moves into its final stages, Brian is overcome by his psychic exertions, and Stuart has captured some intriguing phenomena that appears to indicate that something lurks within the house that is not of human form. Will we capture further proof that will substantiate the many claims that tragic spirits still cling to the fabric of this building? The most haunted investigation of Newton House in Wales is reaching a frightening peak of spiritual activity. We have seen apparent electrical disruption, heard all kinds of strange noises and tapping. Brian has endured the sensation of being strangled and is increasingly under attack from some unseen force.
Right, come on, right.
Brian, just get him out of the room. Get him out of the room.
Don't leave us, mate.
How much longer can we remain within this terrifying place?
I'm sweating, I feel sick.
Kath and Leslie join me on a vigil in the creepy corridor on the upper floor of the house. Scene of so much strange activity, we wait in frightened anticipation of unknown horrors.
Is there anybody here? I've been frightening the staff here for a long time. Are you going to give us a fright? Give me that. What's me now? Okay, it's not okay. Where's it coming from? Oh, just nice and slow. No, do not. No. Wait. Stop.
Kath, Leslie and I draw on our dwindling reserves of courage and determine to brave the creepy corridor once more.
If there's anybody in here, if that was you who did the banging before, do it again. Did you hear that? I know you're a murderer. I know you're a coward.
Once again our fears get the better of us, and again we flee in terror. Calmed after our experiences upstairs, Kath, Leslie and I resolve to regroup with the rest of the team in the kitchen to continue this eventful investigation.
You can hear whispering. I don't know
Whispering.
whether it's blood rushing in her hands. Oh, really? We're just like, I like this one. How was that? Oh, feels like we've been hunted bloody down here.
Where are we? Come on, do something in this room. Throw something at us.
Oh, are you all right?
Okay, you hurt. Someone hit me on the head. Oh.
Can't see anything. You all right?
Yeah, it's not. I'm not so much hurt. I'm shocked. I didn't know what it was. The trouble is, because it was on the top of my head. It's only sort of an inch or so over my eye.
Do you think it's this guy?
No, I don't know. Come on.
You just walk.
Do you know what? I get a strong feeling that that's what we're looking at. Yeah.
Do we know his name?
No, we don't. I'm sorry, I was never able to put a name to it. But I feel an anger about it, you know?
Yeah.
And pursuing us, wanting us out,
Yeah,
pushing us away
Get
all
out,
the
get
time.
out, get out.
Yeah.
We're still up to, haven't we?
Well, we have, but you notice, we're getting a lot of movement, that things are flying around, we're getting hit.
If you're here, sir, please can you start the clock? Push the pendulum and start the clock, sir.
Come on. Don't frighten me anyway. There's four of us here. We're waiting to hear. We need a tap.
Must be furious with us. Rage!
What was that? What was it?
Can you see anything on the floor?
There's nothing in here whatsoever.
What's this?
That's my shoe.
Is that door again?
Is that a cannonball or something?
This is a ball. Watch your leg, darling.
Absolutely.
You ready? Come on. You want to play?
I'll leave that.
Sorry. Throw it back.
Come on, throw something at us again.
Oh, Leslie's found something in her pocket. She didn't know where it's come from.
Oh, what is it?
Oh,
What's that?
what is it? It's a piece of material.
Look.
Huh?
Oh.
The clock's just starting, isn't it?
We asked for the clock to start.
This is in the pocket of my jacket. I have no idea where this has come from. It's absolutely not
This
mine.
could well have been a piece that was used.
Oh my God. Really?
And that was definitely off the whole time we've been down here.
It's been mind-blowing, hasn't it?
Let's go.
Carl's physical assault, the ominous ticking of the once stopped and silent clock, and the apparent apportion of the murder weapon to Leslie's pocket convinces us that we have been sent strong and clear signs by Lady Eleanor that she was indeed murdered within this house. With such startling evidence, we felt compelled to remain within the house and make further contact with her. However, as the light of dawn began to break, the responses of the spirits gradually died away, and we drew the investigation to its close. What would ever-sceptical Dr. Kieran O'Keefe make of everything that had happened at Newton House?
Most Haunted's investigation of this particular National Trust property in Wales was fantastic because of some key phenomena. On a walk around, the lights appeared to go off. My immediate thought was that somebody had stepped in front of a switch, or that perhaps it was something to do with the electrics. On further investigation, we realised it was none of these explanations. And the electrics had actually been looked at only a few weeks before. I now turn to some of the most fascinating footage that Most Haunted has captured in this particular series, and even several series before. Again, in this top landing, Stuart, Carl and Brian were actually conducting a vigil. What you see on this footage is a wafer-thin like tissue coming towards the camera, almost gliding past the three of them on the vigil. So we're dealing with something where we're lacking natural explanations. The footage is unlike anything we've captured before, and at the end of all of the analysis, what we may come up with is one of these open-ended questions where the only possible answer is, this is paranormal.
Newton House had certainly lived up to its reputation for being one of the most paranormally active houses in the UK, and given us a night we would be slow to forget. Had we again received irrefutably clear and concise evidence that the spirits of the dead linger close to us, reluctant to leave the places that they knew and loved in life? It's up to you to decide. Until next time, sleep tight.
Shoot us a face for where? Where?